What's going on, all you beautiful early birds? Good to see all of you. Happy What's Up Weekly. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful week so far. Getting ready for Thanksgiving next week. All the steals and deals that will be coming your way. Expect a few on our end as well. But I'm excited because we got a fun call tonight. I have got a special guest coming on tonight that I think you guys are going to really enjoy hearing from. So take a minute. We're a few minutes early. I hopped on early so I could let all of you early birds know. Send out some messages in all your team chats and all your groups and say, hey, Taylor just told us they got a really special guest coming on tonight. You don't want to miss it. Hop on What's Up Weekly. There's going to be some great information on top of some cool updates in the back office and the shopping cart. All sorts of fun things. Updates for Canada. What's going on, Manitoba? Good to see you. Hey, what's going on? Good to see everyone. Albuquerque. Missouri's in the house. Ruth, how are you, dear? It's good to see you. You having a good Wednesday? I love it. Thumbs up from Ruth. Give a thumbs up from Tammy. Always a thumbs up from Tammy. What's going on? What's going on? Everyone's getting on here. Lori and Christine and Linda and Vanessa. What's up? Gosh, I know your name too, iPhone, and it drives me nuts that I see all these names. And you got your Switch Squad hoodie on, and I know your name. It's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts. Take yourself off mute and tell me your name because I'm going to literally lose myself. I know your name. As soon as you say it, I'm gonna laugh. I don't know if you can get off mute. Put it in the chat if you can't get off mute. I don't know if you can take yourself off mute. Maybe only I can. Hang on.
It's Melissa.
Melissa, what's your last name?
Lowry.
That's right. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on blast like that, but I just always see you on here and I love your positivity. So I'm putting you down in my notes.
Thank you, Taylor.
Of course, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Good to see everyone hopping on here. We're starting to fill up a little bit, but as always, make sure you're sending out those chats. Put them in your chat, letting people know that we are on and we got an exciting call this evening. Angelina's got a princess with her, it looks like, this evening. And so that's pretty cool. Not everyone gets a princess with them Wednesday night. What's going on? Canada's in the house. Canada's representing. Good to see all these Canadians showing up this evening. Missouri's in the house. Got internet tonight. I love it. I love it. Mel from Australia. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good to see everybody. Got a really special call tonight. And like I told the leaders on the Diamond Call earlier, we had a little issue with our text stuff, our texts that usually go out this week. There's been an issue with them, so they haven't been going out. We're getting it all taken care of. But make sure everyone on your team knows that What's Up Weekly has started. We are going, and we've got a very, very special guest that I do not want you to miss hearing from. I do not want you to miss it. And so we're going to get started in just a minute here. Susan's changing diapers. You can do anything and build this business. You can do anything and build this business. She's learning while she's changing diapers. Why not? Why not? Michelle Schultz, you bring up a good point because I saw your phone just stop taking a picture, and I would request going forward, if you're taking a screenshot of me, do it right now. Because I love you guys to death, but if I see one more of like a blurred me on a photo, I'm going to lose it. I love you. I love you, but I'm going to start commenting on those photos saying that's not me. I'm just kidding, you guys. I love it. No, I'm just being joking. Just joking. But it's good to see everyone hopping on. It's good to see all of you. I just love when these calls fill up, and I love that you guys have all been taking yourselves off of the Zoom world secrecy and throwing the cameras on more. Marjorie, how are you? Margie, it's Margie. I'm not going to mess that up. Rebecca. I probably even said Margie wrong. Did I say it wrong? Give me a thumbs up if I did it right. Okay, good. Wonderful. Awesome to see everyone. Trisha and Carol, good to see you. And Marlene, good to see you. Carrie Cotis, good to see you, sister. Peter and Carmela, look at that hat. I want that hat, Carmela. Look at how cute you look. It's good to see you guys. Pia, how are you, dear? You're always here. She's my rock star. She's like, if there's a first person award, Pia would probably win that award. Molly Rinks, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. All right, we're going to get started here. We got a fun call. I got a fun call tonight for you. Got a few fun updates. And I want to start with my mom, and she's still here. It's the best ever. She's watching the kids tonight, and Jennifer and I are taking our first date night in I don't know how long, and we're like sneaking out to Applebee's. It's such a crazy date night. We're going to be so crazy, and we're going to half off apps, and we're having cocktails. So buckle up. It's going to be fun. No, we're getting out. It's going to be great. And I'm so grateful she's here. It's been so fun to have the time spent with my mama, who I love and miss dear back in Minnesota. And the kids too. Kids have just been having a great time. And so that's been awesome. But yeah, super excited about that. I've got, what was the first thing? Yes. So I've got some stuff I'm going to share with you this evening. I'm going to go to sharing my screen in just a second, but want to remind you, I'm going to be talking about it a lot here in the beginning, but our Super Saturday is coming up this Saturday, November 19th. This is a all hands on deck. This is a bring. Who can you line up? We've got the incredible Brian Heflin's going to be on this call, bringing some value, bringing some knowledge. We got the amazing Gabrielle Merrill's going to be on this call, bringing the fire. We've got some incredible testimonials. It's going to be such a strong call. And what I'll tell you is, again, like I always say, let this group of leaders do the work for you. Third-party validation has and always will be king in our business. If you ever find yourself being the message instead of the messenger, I'm going to invite you to stop and to find a way where you can start to become a conduit, the ability for information to pass through you. You are a vessel. And so this is a great way to do that. The Super Saturday is going to be amazing, noon Central Standard Time. And after that, like we always do, we're going to do an amazing getting started training, where we're going to be covering some of the getting started components that are covered in our enrollment pack. And so a lot of really great stuff for you to learn and great stuff for you to go back over again. For some of you that might have been in for a while, this is going to be a great refresher. It's going to be great for some of us to get back to the basics. And so invite all of you there. And like I was telling the leaders earlier, I'm going to tell all of you the same thing. The goal with this month's call is to shorten the gap between those that register and those that attend. So if you're pushing prospects this month, and you're pushing to get people on, and you're like, hey, you got to check this call this week, I'm going to remind you, like we've been talking about on previous calls, what can you do? Well, like my father talked about, what can you do in the follow-up phase when it comes to getting people to that call? Can you utilize a cross line, a down line, an up line? Someone that you could say, hey, could you hop on with me? And I want to make a couple calls to some of the people I invited, and you would really help me just by solidifying if they hear that you're excited to hear that, they're going to be there. It's a great way to start locking some of your prospects in. And the goal is to, like I said, get as close as we can to those that register that are getting on the call. So let's push it like crazy. We already got a ton of people registered, but let's keep pushing. Like I've talked about, make sure for them to take away the stress of it. Just say, hey, text me over your email. That's all I need. Text me your email real quick and I'll get you registered real fast for this. They'll send you an invite. It'll be done. Super easy. So with that being said, I want you guys to know that we have updated the business presentation, and this is available now in English and Spanish in the back office, in the resource center. So you guys have the ability to hop in there and start utilizing this business presentation for your own opportunities. So if you are doing a Zoom call with a new prospect, if you are talking to a couple people, or if you're just getting a new group started, talking to some customers that might be interested, this is a great tool for you to be able to utilize this business presentation. And this is the presentation when you go in the back office and you see it. This is what we'll be using for this Super Saturday. You will see some changes from last month. So will it be in the app? Julie, will you make a note of that and let me know of that? If it's not, I'm sure we can. Isn't the Resource Center a part of the app? I thought the Resource Center is in the app. Am I wrong? But we'll get it all taken care of. We'll make sure it's in every possible place it could be for you. And so Mexico, so that is a completely different update. I'll talk about that in just a little bit, but nothing but positive stuff in regards to Mexico. So like I said, make sure, grab a screenshot of this QR code if you don't have it already. Most of you should have this already. If not, just write down the link, opportunity.sharethehappycode.com. This QR code right here, if you just put your phone up to it on camera, we'll scan it and bring you right to the registration page. It's pretty slick. It's pretty easy. Oh, look at that. I can see whenever someone did it. I just saw someone do it right there. That's pretty cool. Do it again, someone. Scan it again. I want to see if I can see someone else do it. Grab your phone and scan it. That was cool. Pretty slick how that works. Awesome. Sandy Myers got 20 links out today. I love that. I love that. All right, we got to power through because I got a special guest and I want to get to her. She's amazing. Office when it comes to the shopping cart, we have a new simplified and intuitive shopping cart for all of your customers now. Very excited about this. Put a 5 in the comments if you are as well. What we've done, from what I understand in the past, is in the past you had like multiple shopping carts. It was very confusing. You had one for like Smart Ship and one for just like spot orders, and they it was confusing for your customers. Now going forward, you are going to have one shopping cart that is going to very easily differentiate between those orders. So if you go and you've got, say I want to have my duo on Smart Ship and I wanted to get a birthday cake shake this month, that's all going to be in one shopping cart now, and it's going to be very clearly designated. You'll see right under the products, those that are on Smart Ship and those that are not. And so very excited about these updates. Hats off to Tony Chaplin and Roy and Claire and everyone over at Claire Holbrook, the whole marketing team, everyone that had a hand in this and making these changes and making them so seamless for your customers going forward. We really think it's going to be a great addition, and hope you guys do as well. How many? Put a 3 in the comments if you have been having fun with this Share My Happy Reel contest over the last few days. If you've been a little nervous about it, put a 7 in the comments. If you've been like, I have probably made 10 of them and I've deleted all 10, Taylor. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I love your honesty. I submitted one yesterday. I love that. Way to go. I love the honesty. I love it. I love it. I love it. But again, I want to remind you that this is, can I get it? Look, get it. You want to look good. I get it. But like Gabrielle said, just do it. Just have fun with it. You're not going to, to try and compare yourself to the blue check mark people that you follow on Instagram and TikTok that have followers, and every one of their videos are produced and they're all at perfect lighting and they're all really funny and they're all really kitschy and they're all really good. Understand that that's just not a reality. And most of that costs $50,000 behind the scenes to make most of that stuff happen. The reality is have fun with it. Like I've told you guys in the past, do you know how I went viral on TikTok? By not caring anymore. I cared for a really long time, and I followed all the little stupid trends, and I did all the little things that I thought would get me to go viral. And I'm like, I just want to figure it out. I want to figure out how this stuff works. You know what happened when I stopped caring and I started just making fun videos that I thought were fun and I laughed at. And I thought it was hilarious. And so I'm like, oh, I'm going to post that. 100,000 followers later and whatever, 20 million views. It's like, it's crazy. It's like, it's have fun with it. So again, for all those sevens out there, know that I was just as nervous. But again, it's just about having fun. Hopefully those sevens, even if they stay a 7, will turn into a 3 and you just go have fun and rock and roll with it because it's worth it. Mindset Monday, we're going to be covering chapter 4 of the Compound Effect next Monday. Make sure you're tuning in. Again, this book is free on Audible. There is no excuse for you to not have this and be consuming this content. And at the worst case, just tuning in on Mondays to be able to grab some of the spark notes, if you will, and to be a part of the conversation so you can hear on some of the ways that you might be able to apply some of the principles from this book into your everyday life. We're going to talk about it every week, but I'm getting more and more excited about this event every single day. And if you knew what I knew, what I would tell you is, this is all I'll say. And I'm being straight up. It's like this, no fluff behind this. If you knew what I knew, you would not stop running with the free moments that you had in your life until January 7th to get as many people involved in this opportunity as you possibly could. That is what I will tell you. It's and the reason why I'm not going to just tell you is because I made a firm promise and a commitment to every single one of you at our convention that I would never future something out that I was not 100% committed on and guaranteed was going to happen. And what I know is, while we have made certain commitments, what I can't control acts of God. I can't control certain things that could happen in certain situations. So what I will say is this: it's getting pretty awesome and it's getting pretty exciting. So share the link to submit the reel. There should have been an email that went out. And so go back and check your email, Jessica, and check your spam folder. It was in the What's Up Weekly recap email from last week, or the week, I think it was last week. It was in the recap email. So if you go in there, there should be a little button there and you click that, it'll bring you right over. But January 7th is going to be something special. And in the Happy Co group as well. Put a 5 in the comments if you love our Happy. Put a 5 in the comments if you just are just loving this Happy Collagen. I'm all about it. Loves it. I think that everyone I've been talking to is just like, you guys, this is one of the best collagens, if not the best I've ever tried. And I'm talking to people that have tried 100 different collagens. I mean, there's so many out there. There's so many everywhere. And for those of you that were lucky enough to be at our incredible convention, you got to hear from our guest speaker this evening. And Julie, give me a thumbs up if we're good, if you've seen her yet. Nope, not yet. Okay, well, shoot her a quick message and okay. And we'll see. Maybe she's having a little technical difficulty, but Julie's the best. Julie's the best. Julie's going to cover for her. But let me make sure she's on here. And I can always call her if I need to. I'll call her on this call right now. Just be super loving with it. Just be like, hi. But all that to say is,
she will be on in 2 seconds. She was on the wrong time zone. You'll see her in 2.
Beautiful. Well, I will do the introduction then while she is popping on right now. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited, super honored to invite onto the call this evening the founder. This woman, when you talk, I get there was a mentality where like the boss babe kind of thing was like, all this stuff. She's just a boss. Like, take away all that stuff. She's just a boss. She's a rock star entrepreneur. She is insanely smart in so many areas. I mean, she's got, I don't know how many degrees, but all that to say is she is the founder of All Labs, which is the company that produces our incredible products. And if she, I don't know if you've seen her yet, Julie, I know she'll be here in a second, but I'm very excited to welcome on Jennifer Cooper, who is going to be here in just a moment. And so, excuse me. The reason I wanted to bring Jennifer on is because she was the main driver and creator behind our Happy Collagen product. She was the one that literally had the hand, like her hands all over this product. And it's kind of her baby. It's been really, really fun to talk with her about, you know, how much fun it was for her to create something like this that has been such a beautiful, impactful product in the marketplace. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that make products that they might not feel the best, you know, at night, you know, and they go to sleep from, you know, selling that or promoting that or making that product. I can only imagine how cool it is to be able to create something as special as this. And so I wanted to have her on this evening because I wanted to kind of just take some time and interview her, ask her some questions that I think you guys could all get some benefit from, where we could just have a little conversation back and forth. Didn't want to take up a ton of time, but I think that there would be some great value as I am not going to give away any information, but if you think that we're going to miss out on the fun of next week, you're out of your mind. So we are going to have a lot of fun. We're not going to miss out on all that great stuff. So keep your eyes open, your eyes peeled. If you're not a part of your daily dose of happy on that Facebook group, you need to be there. Get over your daily dose of happy. Turn the notifications on so you get notified when someone happens to go live in that group, because someone might be going live in that group randomly. So keep an eye on that. Turn your notifications on. And let's see, has our special guest, I know she's going to be here hopefully any second. It's such a great anticipation is the best. But she delivered an incredible presentation at convention. And I didn't want to just reiterate that conversation. I wanted to touch on some other stuff. But wonderful. It sounds like she is on. And so let me see if I can find her. Did we make her a co-host? We're going to find her. We're going to find her. We're going to find her.
I'm looking for her.
Excited. We're going to find her. Who's excited? All right, Jennifer, if you can hear us, say hello. We're going to make it happen, y'all. We are going to make it happen.
Hello.
There she is. Yes. Woo! Everyone drop endless love in the comments for the amazing Jennifer Cooper. She's here with us. Time zones can't stop this woman. Nothing can.
Well, it was a close call. I apologize.
You're so awesome, and I so appreciate you taking the time. I know it's late. These are our once a week, our What's Up weekly call that we do with the field. As you can see, we got a great group here, and I'm very excited to hear from you. We got through all of our updates, and the great part is you didn't have to sit through 15 minutes of me talking about all the updates. You get to come on right at the perfect time. And
that's perfect. Thank you.
It is amazing. You missed a little bit of your introduction, but I will rehash and just say for everyone, this is the founder of All Labs. I mean, this is someone that is dedicated her life to creation, and not just creation, but creation of things that make this world a better place. And we haven't been able to interact much, but what I will tell you is with the interactions that we've had, I feel like I've been made better because of them. I got to spend some amazing time with her backstage at our convention and share a couple of conversations. And she's so full of knowledge, and she's so it's I don't know. I've been around a lot of founders. I've been around a lot of CEOs. I've been around a lot of the egos that come with some of those titles. And what I'll tell you is it's incredibly refreshing to know that the woman that has founded the company that creates all of our products is as humble as the day is long, and that genuinely cares about each and every one of you and helping to create products that make your businesses flourish. And so, Jennifer, again, it's just an honor to have you on the call, and appreciate you taking some time for me to ask you a few fun questions.
Okay. Well, one of the things I really, really love about this industry, and I have been in the category for 30 years, is that I came into the category to get a good job. But one of the things that I really loved as soon as I got into the category is that for most people, it's not just a job, it's a lifestyle. You just, I came in because it was a great job coming out of school and everything, but I stayed because it's about people being healthier. It's about living your best life and creating products that make a difference in people's lives. And so that's why I'm still here. And I love talking to the customers and the consumers. And we go to work every day and make our very best effort so that you can have the best products humanly possible.
It's just
So ask me
incredible.
anything you want to know about collagen.
Oh, well, before I get to that, I would love for everyone to know, I mean, they know that you're the founder of All Labs. They understand that, like you had just said, you spent 30 years in the space, but I would love for them to know a little bit more about you, about I mean, the where you've come from and the amount of education and the amount of knowledge you have in the space. I mean, I think it's so important to touch on that briefly, because it's not, Jennifer Cooper isn't just someone that said, I want to start a lab and I'm just going to go be a founder of a lab. And I was successful over here and I'm just going to, I take this money and go create a lab. I mean, this is someone, again, that's dedicated a lifetime to the pursuit of this. And I just think to have a little bit more background on,
Sure.
on your history would be great for everyone to hear.
So I started in the quality disciplines. I was working in the industry before we passed the landmark legislation for Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, which really makes it possible from a freedom standpoint to have these products in the market and not have to go through FDA pre-approval before we come onto the market. That would create a drug environment that would make it very difficult for us to be able to bring products to you. But I did testify before the congressional FDA action committees on what that legislation should be. And from a quality perspective, we really wanted to incorporate a lot of there was a big question, should it be more like food or more like drugs? And I was testifying and representing a company where we wanted it to be more, from a quality perspective, we wanted to be more like drugs. And so I started in the quality disciplines. And when I used to call people and say, hey, it's Jennifer, I want to talk to you, people were running for the hills because I had quite a reputation on the quality side, very, very rigorous. And before we had dietary supplement, good manufacturing practices, we were implementing very, very high standards. And so I was on the brand side when I was working with manufacturers and things like that. And eventually I moved from quality into R&D. And then all of a sudden I became the belle of the ball. Everybody wants to talk to the R&D person. And so that's a lot of fun. And I've spent half of my career working for natural products and dietary supplement companies, and the other half working for big consumer product companies and pharmaceutical companies who later started to acquire these companies. And so I've done a great deal of work in North America and a tremendous amount of work in Europe and overseas as well. In the course of my career, I've launched more than 300 products in a dozen countries with more than $1 billion worth of sales. My real love, most presidents of companies, they're accountants and business people, and I have a strong business background, but my great love and where we invest a ton of money is in the scientific disciplines. 1 in 6 people at Alt Labs works in the sciences. And that's because everything we do is custom and on the high end. And so that's just a little bit about my journey. And I'm always excited to meet the customers.
Jennifer, there's so many things I want to touch on with that because everyone in the comments is just like freaking out right now. They're so excited. And as am I. I mean, having her as the founder of our laboratory is basically like hiring the head of the IRS to do your accounting. It's like to have the most rigorous person you could have that has the highest standards coming in and then being on the R&D side, but being able to come into that side with the mindset that she started with. It gets me super excited. And then I love that you take the mindset that you do when it's science first, that 1 in 6 people are having that background, that are focused on that. So it's always being focused on the results and not just the promotion, not just the marketing, not just all that, which is important. It's all great stuff and it's all fun. But I love that science is something that you always like to have come first. And I know that was really something that you really focused on with this collagen product. And so let's talk about our Happy Collagen for a minute. I mean,
okay.
I can be honest, and I had this written down here. I mean, again, Jennifer, we hear about collagen every day now. It is literally a daily term in our life. And it's funny to think about because before it was 5-7 years ago, collagen was a word that you barely ever heard. And all of a sudden it's blown up on the scene. You hear it everywhere. You see it everywhere.
Sure.
What should you be looking for in regards to a collagen and why is ours so special? I think that people really would benefit from hearing. And people at convention heard a little bit about this, but I know that there's a lot of people that were not able to be at convention that are on this call right now that would really benefit. And even those that were there would benefit from an overview. And so what is it that people should be looking for and why to stay away from that stuff? And I'm not trying to knock, the Walgreens collagen or the, your grocery stores collagen that they sell at the end of the aisle, but what separates?
Yeah. Well, look, we have a very advanced collagen blend, including different types of collagen. Your body uses different types of collagen in different areas of your body. You have collagen in your gut and in your skin and in your joints. And so we have a blend of the different types of collagen, but collagen is everywhere. And if you imagine the cells that make collagen, that use collagen, they're called fibroblasts, but they're basically little factories. And if you imagine these factories, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong with the factory in your skin. And the collagen is the building blocks that go into the factory. But if the factory is slow, if the mechanisms that are breaking down collagen, even though your factory is pumping it out, if they're speeding up, so as we age, our factories slow down and there's less factories. And then also the mechanisms that break down collagen speed up. Collagen's just an equation in your body. When we're young, you need to break it down so that you can keep it fresh and rebuilding and everything, but it should be balanced. And when you're young, you make as much as you break down and you replace it in a timely manner. As you get older, we break it down faster and we make less of it. And so you can imagine that the building blocks, they're piling up outside the factory like tankers waiting to be loaded into the factory. But if there's not enough factories, or the factories are slow, or the mechanisms that are breaking it down are speeding up, it doesn't matter how much collagen you have. Not having enough of the building blocks is just one of the many things that can go wrong. And you see everybody else out there, they're not really talking about, it's just a one-pronged approach to improving collagen. So yeah, we're supplying some building blocks, but we're also doing several things that no one else is doing. We're increasing the efficiency of the factories. We're suppressing the enzymes, collagenase, elastase. We don't talk as much about elastase, but the structural proteins in your skin and in your joint are collagen and elastin, and they create that firmness and the spring back and everything in your skin. And so we're approaching it in a three-pronged approach in a different way than anybody else, because you can pile up all the raw materials you want. But if everything else is broken, you're not going to make a difference. You're just piling up the building blocks on the outside of your broken and defunct factories. And so we're speeding up the factory for you. We're rejuvenating the factory. We're intervening with the powerhouse of the cells that supplies the power to the factory. And we're also suppressing those enzymes that are breaking it down too quickly. And look, the other things that besides age that can mess with that balance of collagen in your skin is too much sun. Wear your sunblock, friends. And that's a real thing. And pollution. Lack of sleep will cause the enzymes to speed up or the factories to slow down. And so we have this incredibly unique product in that we're saying, okay, because there's many points where we can intervene in the collagen system more than just the building blocks. That's why we're providing this product is incredibly unique because of that. Super interesting. You're not going to find anything else like it on the market. You're on mute. You're on mute.
That always happens.
Okay.
That's why I wanted her on here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I wanted her here, because at the end of the day, she can say all that stuff that I would, if I tried to say that, it would sound like jumbled Chinese. All I'm going to tell you is it is fascinating to me. And Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong, but you literally created this. This is like your baby. I know that you have a team and you have a lot of people behind you, but this is not something that like you outsource. Is not something that like you guys just kind of took a proprietary blend, and this is literally like your creation.
Yeah, this is the collagen I want to take. This is the collagen that I take. I'm 50 something and trying to hold it together. And also I looked at the market out there and said, you know, the market has grown incredibly, double digits, grown incredibly, but been very lazy in innovation. Okay, it's just more building blocks, more collagen. And so the market needs a shakeup. And what I really did was just turn to the science and say, what's really going on in the skin, in the joint, and how can we do it better? And when I saw that there's so many things that can go wrong, and we're just pounding the same nail with the same hammer, it didn't make any sense. And the market's been lazy, and it's looking for, I mean, this is the next step. This is the next generation. And it's all based on the science. It's all based on the mechanisms that are happening in the cell. And, you know, we're very focused on, the cell and all the cool things that it does. But there's a really important, our cells float and exist in the extracellular matrix. And that extracellular matrix, the ECM, is really critical to the structural elements, whether our cells are all squished together or whether they're nice and firm and in place is also related to that extracellular matrix, which nobody talks about. And so we really went to war to design a product that addressed on multiple ways. So look, it is preventative because look, no matter how great you are at building collagen, it's like it's always easier to prevent the breakdown than it is to replace it. So it prevents the breakdown of collagen. It rebuilds collagen as it breaks down, and it nourishes the skin. And so these three-pronged approach, the proper nutrition that keeps the extracellular matrix healthy and balanced, and then prevent and protect, is super important, and why we thought we could do it better than anybody else.
Put a 5 in the comments if collagen, Happy Collagen's going on your smart chip this month. If you're like, yeah, I'm going to need some of that this month. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And that's what I love. What Jennifer is saying is, again, there's a lot of products out there that might have more collagen in them. But again, it's not about just dumping more boxes at the door of the factory, like she said. It's about getting the factory to move more efficiently so it can create and move that through your body better. And I love her words that she created the collagen that she wanted to take.
True story. So
I mean, quote it, stamp it, take it to the bank, seal it in the vault, and let's get to work, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say. What I do want to say is this. I have one more question, actually two more. But you're just amazing, and I'm really grateful for you taking the time. I will stop in the middle and just say, Jennifer, I know that you are insanely busy, and it is important. I'm going to stop everything right now. Switch gears. It is very important that you know that there was not a call that we did not not only keep people up to date on the things as your lab was getting the water pumped out of it after the hurricane, but there's not a day that we weren't constantly keeping you in our prayers as a company. And know that you guys were incredibly happy that no one was harmed in that situation, that everyone was okay, and that the lab was able to be saved, and you guys got everything taken care of and got water pumped in and are able to be back up and running. Obviously, I can only imagine what you guys had to deal with in that and how scary that must have been. But I want you to know that there was not a call that went by that we weren't talking about you, praying for you, and thinking about you guys.
I really appreciate that. You know, your prayers and good wishes, we feel that, and they really help. The facility was lots of external damage, no internal damage, no employees that were seriously injured. And, we've been very keen to support our employees in this difficult time. We're very involved in the community and the recovery there. And we're very fortunate to have weathered things, no pun intended, as well as we did. But thank you. We can feel that from you. We really appreciate that.
Well, it goes without saying that we are in this together. Both Alt Labs and the Happy Co. We're in this journey together. And what is your fight is our fight. And so we got you guys' back, and I know you know that. But I did want to ask just a couple more questions here quickly, and then we'll let everyone get on with their evening, as I know this call might be going a little longer than normal, but it is worth it, I believe, and I know for you as well. For some bullet points for the people out there that might be talking to, as you know, we're constantly promoting this product, going out and talking to people in our network and sharing it with customers and brand partners and expanding this information. Some good bullet points, some areas in which collagen has been proven or is shown to help people in their lives that maybe people on this call might not be aware of. So I think that we all hear of the fingernails and the hair growth and the elasticity of the skin, but I think that especially with our blend, there's a lot of additional benefits that I would love it if you could cover just some of those bullet points to help arm our brand partners with the right information to go out and share with the field.
Sure. I really neglected, because I'm excited about the benefits of the skin, but I really neglected to talk about that cushioning effect in joints, that extracellular matrix, how it can improve your joint health. And that's not just for those of us that are getting older and things are creaking a little bit more. The thing you don't realize about your joint health is that you start to have the etiology of joint problems begins a decade before you feel the first pain in your knee. And so, as those, if you're active, if you're the active lifestyle, if you're young and you think it's not for you, this is your chance to interrupt. The etiology means the way that the disease starts and the breakdown and everything. And that is a long process, and unless you have an injury. And that's something that means that collagen is for everyone. If you're not worried about your skin, protecting your joints, that protective benefit. And then also, if you're starting to feel the first twinges in your joints, it's not too late. The clinical trials on joint health, one of the things that you don't know is that people began to see a benefit within the first few weeks of using the product, and some as early as 5 to 7 days in terms of how their skin feels and looks and their joint. And so that's an important thing. But collagen, like I said, is also in your gut. It's in your in your eyes. It's hair and skin and nails. And so these are just important building blocks. And because different types of collagen can be important, most of us in America get enough protein that's broken down into the building blocks. But when we take the collagen, we stack the deck in favor that the right kinds of collagen are available for the processes that we're most worried about. And so, look, bone broth is great, but you're rolling the dice on the breakdown. The breakdown of collagen, we've pre-broken down the collagen in the collagen blends that we've had into the optimal sizes that make it so that those building blocks are optimal for the health benefits that we're selecting them for. When you drink something like bone broth, yeah, you're going to get, it's going to break everything down for you. But if you have gut problems, if you are low on enzyme production, it will be random in how it gets broken down for you. And so we're kind of stacking the deck in our favor on the building block side, as well as intervening in all those other areas beyond just stacking the building blocks outside of the factory.
I hope y'all are taking notes. This is, I have a feeling like this might be one of our most replayed What's Up Weeklies that we've ever had. Everyone's like, I didn't know. I didn't have a pen. I didn't know. He told me it was a special. I didn't know. I didn't have my notes. I'm like, I will be watching this 100 times over. I think that those are all great points. And I think that everyone has been putting in the chat here. I don't know if you're seeing the chat, but everyone is just loving this and putting in the comments some of their benefits that they've been seeing as well. Carrie had a good question, and I want to kind of end with this question I had. It kind of ties together. My question was, how would you recommend taking this product, the Happy Collagen? Would you recommend it morning or at night? With food or without food? Does it matter if it's taken before, or as far as the efficacy goes? And then Carrie had a question. What about more collagen? If you're dealing with an injury with this Happy Collagen, would it make sense to do a double dose if you're dealing with something, an ailment or something like that? Or would it make sense just to stick with the one dose? What would be your recommendation? Okay.
If you have a sensitive stomach, if you're the kind of person that, sometimes get some, you're sensitive when you're taking your supplements, and by all means take it with your meal. Collagen building is one of those intensive exercises that, look, your body's monitoring that balance all day long and doing the best it can depending on what the resources are. But at night, when it's not trying to keep you upright and out of trouble and help you drive your car and stuff, is when your body really doubles down on those regenerative processes. So I like to take mine at night. I don't have a sensitive stomach. I take it right before I go to bed. But if you have a sensitive stomach, by all means, take it with a meal. That will help you have less stomach upset. Should you take a double dose? We are providing the clinically studied doses of things in this product. We're not fairy dusting things in. And so could you benefit from a larger dose if you're if you're a larger person, if you're recovering from an injury? It's possible, but what the recommended dose is based on the clinical work.
Beautiful answer. Beautiful answer. I love it. And that was I love I never even thought about that as far as the benefits to your stomach and stuff like that in the evening. That's why I invited you here. And I'm so grateful that you were able to come. There's one last question that came up, and I don't know if you're okay with me asking you one more.
Sure.
This was not on our list of stuff that I had sent over to you, But Gabrielle Merrill just asked a great question. I know that you and Gabby actually spent some time backstage at convention as she is obsessed with the collagen. She loves it. It's her favorite.
She's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, she is. She's a rock star. We're so lucky to have her here with us. But she asked a great question. I know that we touched on this before, but maybe you could touch on it briefly. A lot of people, they get kickback, whether it is like the powder versus liquid conversation. So you've got that liquid collagen. I know there's a couple companies out there that have whether it's a pudding collagen or a liquid shot or whatever it might be. And so those can tend to be kind of like the flashy object, because you can put them in a cool little vial, or you can do it with a whatever and make kind of a story around it. Could you speak a little bit to the, what you saw as the difference between a powder and a liquid collagen?
Sure. And I'll tell you something I probably shouldn't tell you guys. When we were formulating, people came to us and said, we're interested in collagen. I said, oh my gosh, I have a great idea. I'm dying to shake this whole category up. And they said, everybody loves it as a liquid. Lots of people are doing it as liquids. And I really pushed back. And here's why, you guys. The liquid, is it more digestible? Blah, 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 blah. Your body breaks the stuff down pretty efficiently. And the liquid really limits the other ingredients that were key to this product that we could put in it that intervene in other areas. And look, you can't find anybody who's got a clinical study that says the liquid is more bioavailable or more absorbable, because by the time it gets into your small intestine, it's a wash, okay? It's seconds of difference. And it is the way that people artificially create a point of difference for themselves. And I had a ton of people showing me this and showing me that. And I really pushed back, because it really is an artificial point of difference. And the other real problem with it is liquids are just less stable, you guys. You get it on your shelf, it gets shipped in the hot weather and all kinds of stuff, and it's just going to be less stable and less transportable. And in the end, you're just shipping water around for no reason. And so do not get sucked into this. There's no clinical studies that says that it's better to get it as a liquid. And in fact, it has allowed us to put in all of the other ingredients that make this product so unique. So don't run away from that. Doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't. I agree. And I love again that it comes back to the science. It comes back to the efficacy of the product. It comes down to, it's not about the flash. It's about, does it work the way it's supposed to? And if it's working the way it's supposed to, we need to have it in that form. And man, that is about as strong as it gets. Someone put in here, and I didn't hear this. Did you say whether it's better? Like, I don't think there's any actual real benefit as far as taking it hot or cold. It's really just what you prefer, right?
Yeah, you could take it hot or cold. There's some things that break down too much hot. I wouldn't put it in a thermos and let it sit all day and sip it. But if you're going to have a cup of coffee and you're going to drink it within an hour or something like that, it's totally fine. And the collagen is pretty stable. It is manufactured in ways that require heat. And so, but the other ingredients, I wouldn't let them sit all day in a hot thermos. But if you want to add it to a warm drink before you go to bed, you want to sprinkle it in some oatmeal, all that kind of stuff, totally fine.
Awesome. Well, Jennifer Cooper, I am just so grateful for you again, taking the time out of your incredibly, insanely busy schedule to come and be with us this evening. Like I said, I believe that this will probably be our most watched What's Up Weekly in a very long time when it comes to the replay views. As always, to all of you on here, I want you to know how grateful I am for each and every one of you to take the time out of your evening to come consume this knowledge, to come make yourselves better, to come level up, to come get some of these answers to some of the questions that your prospects might be asking over the next few weeks. Strengthening, you're just sharpening your axe. You're getting better every single day. And I'm just grateful, again, for you for showing up. Everyone, do not thank me. Don't thank me at all, as it is all you. And drop all the love, all the hearts in the comments. for the amazing Jennifer Cooper. She deserves it. She brought the fire this evening. And with that, I'm going to wish you guys nothing but abundance, nothing but blessings, nothing but happiness and health as we go through the rest of this week. I look forward to seeing all of you on our incredible Super Saturday event this Saturday, noon Central Standard Time. Bring your friends. It's going to be a riot. We're going to have fun, incredible testimonials, an amazing business presentation, followed up by a lot of fun with our Getting Started training. So, as always, see you soon. God bless you.
Thank
Bye
you
for
so
now.
much for having me.
Thank you, Jennifer.
God bless.
Bye for now.